Hey, what's up guys, it's Dom from Whole Printing Inc. In today's exciting video, I'm sharing with you guys how to price out your DTF custom prints. Now this video is especially useful if you have your own printing business and you want to figure out a way you can have a price list for your future clients. Now most of you might be in a position where you're kind of going job by job and you don't really have a consistent price list. You're kind of listening to the client's needs and you're adapting to their budget. And that can be totally fine as you're starting out. But as you've been a few years in the printing industry, people are going to start to talk about pricing. And especially if the word of mouth is getting out, you want to make sure that your pricing is as consistent as possible. Now, obviously, there's always sales, clearance, different logos, different jobs. Not all jobs are created equally, but hopefully in this video, you'll understand how you can make your very own price list so it's easy to price a job, make your profit. My name is Dom. I own Whole Printing Inc. I've been in the printing industry for years now. I've worked with many big corporations and I help you on your printing journey. Let's get right into the video. Number one thing, not all jobs are created equal. You might have a job that's a bit more complex or a bit more simple so you can play around with the pricing. However, you still need a rough price list to have an idea how you can charge the client. So if I open up my price list here, this is confidential, so I won't necessarily share the exact prices that I charge, but I'll give you some rough pointers and I'll put them up on the screen. So in direct-to-film printing, you have a few things to consider. Again, going back to the number one point, if the job is more complex, if you have a lot of different logos you're cycling through, you have a bunch of different colorways, and overall the job is just more complex for you to do, you have to increase the margins of profit because you're going to be spending more time in production. Now there's a few ways to calculate your profit. I'll give you two examples. Number one is time plus materials. Let's say for us we have this commercial printer and want to calculate our time. So first of all, is the logo vectorized? Let's say the logo is not vectorized. We're gonna have to pay somebody to vectorize the logo. So let's say we charge the client 50 bucks, right? So 50 bucks to get the logo vectorized, perfect. If there's more logos, it's 50 bucks plus 50 bucks and so on. Number one is vectorization fees. If the logo is not vectorized, you need vectors to be able to print quality images. That's number one. You can also do the vector yourself if you want to save some money and you're starting out and you don't have that many clients. You don't have to charge it to the client. So number one, vectorization. Number two, you need to make sure that you account for your time. Now in our case, we have a DTF commercial printer, so let's say we have around 20 t-shirts to do. By the time we get everything set up in the software, in the Photoshop, we make sure the client is okay with the sizes of the logos, go back and forth. Let's say that takes us an hour to confirm with the client that this is the logo they want, it has been vectorized and everything's ready to go. Print 20 transfers, it takes us 1 hour by the time it goes through the oven, so 2 hours. And let's say it takes us another hour to print everything on the garments, and let's say another 30 minutes to actually go ahead and take a photo, marketing, and box everything up and package it. So let's say 3 hours and 30 minutes. And let's say we have to do a delivery, it's local. Let's say it takes us 30 minutes to do delivery, plus gas, plus our time. Let's say it takes 4 hours. How much are you worth per hour? Let's say you're worth 100 bucks an hour. In this example, it would be $400 plus the cost of materials. So in our case, $400 plus, let's say 50 bucks of DTF transfers, let's say another 50 bucks of utilities when it comes to electricity, everything else, ink, supplies, all that good stuff. So the total for, let's say 20 t-shirts would be 500 bucks. So that leaves us with $25 per t-shirt, tax included. So in that example, let's say he has a front and back print and he wants 20 t-shirt, it would be 500 bucks, delivery, taxes, everything included. That's a pretty good deal. However, if you do want to charge not by the hour because you want to eliminate your time from your income, this is the way that we do it, right? We previously used the method I was just talking about and it works okay. However, some jobs are a bit harder to calculate how much time they're going to take. So here's another example of a price list. Let's say the client wants one hoodie, right? For you, you might have a desktop print. And another reason why the timing method may not work for you guys is if you have a desktop printer and it takes you around 15 minutes to print a 11x16 transfer that's going in the back of a hoodie, for example, or a t-shirt, like in this example I was saying, you can't really charge for your time because let's say it takes you 20 hours to do 20 t-shirts. You can't charge $2,000 for 20 t-shirts, and if you can, well, congratulations. You have a better business model than us. But realistically, if you have a desktop printer, you can't really charge for your time. At least when we started out, we were really making good deals to make our brand stand out. And since we were using desktop printers, even though we had 3 or 4 at the time, we really couldn't charge by the hour. So if we break down our hourly rate, I could have gotten a job at McDonald's and made more money. This is mostly if you have a commercial printer and you have a lot of equipment that can print the jobs fast, you can charge by the hour. However, you need to charge a client for the job, right? But you calculate your value and the markups per hour. Another example, if I'm looking down here at my price list, let's say the client wants one hoodie. Let's say they want a small print like this Columbia print I have in the front, and they want a big back print, right? So we would do something like this. For one hoodie, it would be, my drawings, guys, they might not be the best, but let me recap. Let's say you have one order to do of one hoodie. You would have, and this is a private price list. You don't necessarily show this to your clients. This is so you can calculate the jobs for you. Let's say you have one hoodie to do, so 15 bucks. Let's say they want a small left chest logo, so you do 15 plus 15, you have 30 bucks. You add the taxes and that's it. And from there, as you see, if they have more logos, you add the logos and you do the percentage. So let me do a quick example. Let's say they want 2 logos. They want a left chest print and they want a small print on the sleeve, right? So $15 plus 15 plus 15, which is the price of the hoodie here. You have 45, but you're not quite done yet. So technically, since they have 2 logos of $15 each, they save 20% on each logo. So 15 plus 15, you have 24. So this would become $24 since they're saving 20%. And then you add the 15. So 24 plus 15, it gives you $39 instead of 45, and then plus taxes. So this is how you would calculate, and you can do a bunch of these. So you would have from 2 to 5 and so on until you hit your bulk volume of, let's say, 1,000 or whatever the case may be. And it's really fun because as these prices goes down and down as they order more bulk, this always stay the same. This is your cost of your hoodie. So you're really only making a profit on the printing. And then you can play around with these percentage however you want, and you can play around with these numbers, but this number never changes. So if you know how much a hoodie or t-shirt costs you, you can have it in the back of your mind. You don't necessarily have to have it on the price list. And then from there, and you can do your own price list. And what I'll do, guys, if you made it to the end of this video, I will actually give you a blank price list. So it's actually the price list we're using. However, you'll need to add the amounts. So we won't give you the amount that we're charging and the percentage. There will be no information. However, the same template will be there so you can make your own adjustments and make your own price list so you don't have to start from scratch like I was doing, saving you guys a lot of time. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Make sure to download that template if you want to use it for yourself. It's going to be a Google Docs. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new. This was Dom from Whole Printing Inc. Make a print you'll never forget.